The expansive and untamed frontier of the Old West was filled with perils and obstacles. Being adequately armed was crucial. This era was characterized by gunslingers, sheriffs, and outlaws, where order was frequently established through lead and gunpowder. In this video, we will examine the most iconic weapons that define this legendary time. The Colt Single Action Army, commonly referred to as the Colt Peacemaker, stands out as one of the most renowned firearms of the American Old West, introduced in 1873. This single-action revolver quickly became a preferred choice among numerous gunfighters, lawmen, and settlers residing on the frontier. The Colt Peacemaker utilized the powerful .45 Colt cartridge, with its six-shot cylinder being loaded and unloaded one round at a time. This revolver was celebrated for its reliability, durability, and precision, featuring a straightforward and robust mechanism that rarely malfunctioned. However, the Colt Peacemaker was not without its drawbacks. The firearm employed a basic mechanism, requiring the user to manually cock the hammer before each shot. This limitation affected its firing speed when compared to the double-action revolvers that would later be developed. The Colt Peacemaker has left an indelible mark on the history of the American West. Notable figures, such as Wyatt Earp and Buffalo Bill, wielded it, and it became the firearm most closely linked to the Old West era, securing a lasting position in American folklore. The Spencer Model 1860. Carbine, although less recognized than some of its contemporaries, played a crucial role in the history of the Old West. It was among the first mass-produced repeating firearms, providing users with a higher rate of fire than most other weapons of its time. The Spencer fired a .56 cartridge, which was loaded into a tube located in the stock. This design facilitated quicker reloading and increased ammunition capacity compared to the prevalent single-shot rifles of the era. However, the relatively low power of the .56 cartridges rendered the Spencer less effective at long distances than other rifles available during that period. The mechanical intricacy of the Spencer rifle, while advanced for its time, could lead to potential failures if not adequately maintained. In spite of these limitations, the 1860 Spencer carbine was utilized during the American Civil War and the Old West period, securing its position in the annals of American firearms history. The Gatling machine gun, created by Dr. Richard J. Gatling amid the American Civil War, represented a significant advancement in firearms design, holding a notable place in the history of the Old West. It was among the earliest successful rapid-fire weapons, employing a mechanism of multiple rotating barrels to discharge shells swiftly and continuously. The Gatling was capable of firing various calibers depending on the specific model, achieving hundreds of rounds per minute, an extraordinary rate of fire for its time. It was substantial and heavy, necessitating a team of operators for effective operation. Although the firing rate was remarkable, the weapon was susceptible to overheating, and its reliability could diminish with prolonged use. Nevertheless, the Gatling gun marked a considerable advancement in firearms technology, transforming combat dynamics. While it is primarily linked to the American Civil War, the Gatling also had a presence in the Old West, utilized by both the U.S. Army and various law enforcement bodies. The Gatling gun is still regarded as one of the most emblematic weapons from this period. The Springfield Model 1873, commonly referred to as the Trapdoor Springfield, was a legendary firearm of the Old West, adopted as the main infantry weapon of the U.S. Army. This rifle earned the nickname Trapdoor due to its single-action reloading mechanism that resembled a trapdoor. However, this trapdoor mechanism could be delicate and susceptible to damage if not handled with care. The Springfield 1873 discharged a .45 government cartridge, recognized for its power and precision. Typically, the rifle was equipped with a bayonet, enabling its use in close-quarters combat. The Springfield 1873 is commemorated for its steadfast service to the U.S. Army. The Bowie knife was utilized in various campaigns throughout the Old West, including during the Indian Wars, and it is frequently linked to historical figures like George Custer. Its durability, dependability, and strength rendered it an essential tool for American soldiers on the frontier. The Bowie knife stands as one of the most emblematic weapons of the Old West. It derives its name from Jim Bowie, a Texas hero renowned for his participation in the Battle of the Alamo. The Bowie is recognized for its robust size and unique design. This knife features a substantial blade, generally measuring between 12 to 30 centimeters in length, along with a straight back and a curved edge. The blade is typically very sharp, with the tip oriented forward, making it suitable for both slashing and stabbing. Additionally, the knife usually includes a cross-shaped guard situated between the blade and the handle, which serves to protect the user's hand during use. However, the size and weight of the blade can pose challenges for those lacking experience. Nonetheless, the Bowie knife has emerged as a symbol of the American frontier. Its adaptable design has established it as a valuable instrument for hunting, camping, and self-defense. The Bowie has become one of the most recognizable weapons associated with the Old West. The Henry Model 1860 rifle was among the first successful repeating firearms, marking the beginning of a new era in personal firearm competition. Its rapid rate of fire and 16-round cartridge capacity made it an exceptional weapon in the Old West. The Henry utilized the relatively lightweight .44 Henry rimfire cartridge, enabling users to carry numerous rounds without incurring significant additional weight. This characteristic made the Henry an outstanding option for personal defense in combat situations. The Henry 1860 left a lasting legacy in the history of firearms. Its high rate of fire and shooting capacity were groundbreaking at the time and established a benchmark for future repeating firearms, including the renowned Winchester 1873. Numerous settlers, lawmen, and outlaws relied on the Henry for protection in combat. The Smith & Wesson Model 3.44 caliber single action revolver also stands out as another iconic weapon from the Old West. Introduced in 1869, the Model 3 was among the earliest revolvers to utilize metallic cartridges, a groundbreaking advancement that significantly enhanced reloading speed and reliability. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Model 3 was its hinge frame design, which permitted the revolver to open for swift and effortless loading and unloading. This feature provided a considerable advantage over numerous other single-action revolvers of that era. However, despite its benefits, the Smith & Wesson Model 3 had certain drawbacks. The hinge mechanism facilitated rapid reloading, yet it also posed a potential risk for mechanical failure. Additionally, the revolver was pricier than many of its contemporaries. Nevertheless, the Model 3's precision, firepower, and ease of reloading contributed to its popularity among several prominent figures of the Old West. Although it has been succeeded by more contemporary designs, the Smith & Wesson Model 3 remains one of the most influential firearms of the Old West. The Sharps Model 1874 is recognized as one of the most famous rifles of the Old West, celebrated for its exceptional accuracy and effective long-range capabilities. This single-shot rifle became the preferred weapon for numerous bison hunters and long-range marksmen. The Sharps 1874 was capable of firing various heavy cartridges, including the powerful .50 Sharps. Its falling block mechanism simplified the processes of loading and unloading the firearm. Furthermore, its robust construction ensured reliability even in challenging conditions. An optical sight was also incorporated into the rifle, further enhancing its efficiency for long-range shooting. However, the weapon's size and weight rendered it less suitable for close combat or assault scenarios. The Sharps 1874 gained legendary status for its ability to take down targets at extended distances. It played a crucial role in bison hunting along the American frontier. Its remarkable accuracy made it a favored choice in target shooting competitions. The Model 1, Derringer, manufactured by Philadelphia Derringer, was an iconic firearm of the Old West. Its compact size and double-barrel configuration made it an excellent option for concealment and close-quarters engagements. The Derringer utilized a .41 cartridge. While it was not particularly renowned for its power or range, it compensated for these limitations with its discreet nature. Lightweight and compact, the Derringer could be easily hidden in a pocket or bag, which made it favored by card players and others who wanted to conceal a weapon. With only 2 shots available before needing to reload and limited accuracy due to its small size, it was evidently a weapon of last resort. Additionally, it had a noticeable recoil for its size, which could pose challenges in terms of control. Despite these factors, the Derringer left a significant impact on the Old West. Its ease of concealment made it a popular option for many, and it continues to be one of the most iconic weapons linked to the cowboy era. It is nearly impossible to think of the Old West without recalling the double-barrel shotgun. This firearm, featuring two side-by-side barrels that discharged shotgun shells, was highly esteemed for its power and dependability. Depending on the model and trigger setup, the gun could fire one or both barrels simultaneously. The standard shotgun cartridge contained multiple rounds, rendering this weapon effective in close-range combat or against several targets. However, the firing capacity was restricted to one shot per barrel. While the shotgun was formidable at close range, its effectiveness diminished considerably as the distance from the target increased. Despite these limitations, the double-barrel shotgun emerged as an iconic weapon of the Old West. Whether safeguarding a residence from potential intruders, defending against a band of bandits, or engaging in close combat, it proved to be indispensable. The Winchester Model 1873, often referred to as the firearm that secured the West, is among the most emblematic of the Old West created by the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. The 1873 represented a significant advancement in firearm technology, providing a high rate of fire with a dependable repeating mechanism. The Winchester 1873 utilized the .44 Winchester cartridge, which gained popularity due to its compatibility with both rifles and revolvers. The tubular magazine located beneath the barrel could hold up to 15 rounds, presenting a considerable advantage in combat situations. Despite its reliability and firing speed, the Winchester 1873 was not without its limitations. The firearm required individual reloading, which was time-consuming. Nevertheless, the Winchester 1873 distinguished itself through its effectiveness and resilience. It became a vital tool for frontier settlers, law enforcement, and outlaws alike, establishing a benchmark for subsequent firearms. Its persistent presence in Old West narratives and imagery cemented its status as one of the most impactful guns of that period. That's all. Which of these legendary firearms do you prefer? I would appreciate your thoughts in the comments section. Please remember to like, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.